What makes this dish ultra creamy is the white bechamel sauce. The recipe is super easy. 3 tablespoons unsalted butter, melted and then whisked with 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour. This is what thickens the sauce. You want to cook and whisk this for about 2 minutes. It helps cook off that raw flour flavor and helps keep the mixture from burning. 4 cups whole milk and 1 cup heavy cream. 1 cup chicken broth, a pinch of ground nutmeg, and season with salt and pepper. Raise the heat and whisk. Once it comes to a boil, it takes a couple of minutes to thicken. The bechamel has thickened, and now I'm just gonna keep it warm while I assemble all my other ingredients. Just gonna put the lid on it. In the meantime, I wanna turn my saute pan on because I'm gonna cook the chicken. And that's how I'm gonna start. A little bit of olive oil and a little bit of butter. We'll add a little more flavor by adding some butter. We'll let that melt and I'm gonna season the chicken. Now the chicken's gonna take about 4 minutes per side to cook completely through. So while that's cooking, I'm gonna start on the rest of the ingredients. We're gonna start with some button mushrooms. There we go. So I'm gonna saute the mushrooms with onions and garlic. That way, these button mushrooms get a little flavor. A little sweetness from the onions and a kick from the garlic. Onions ready? Let's take a look at the chicken here. Yep, chicken's ready. I'm gonna lower the heat just a little bit here so the mushrooms don't burn. Saute this up. Just cook those for a minute or two just to allow all the water from the mushrooms to evaporate. Add the chopped onion right in there. Now, of course, raise the heat just a little. I need to add some garlic. 4, 5, 6 cloves, whatever you want. Okay. That needs to cook down just a little bit here, just until the onions become tender and translucent. Okay, and now, I like to add a little thyme. I'm just gonna chop it just a little bit. Add that right on top. Texture, color, flavor. Most important things when cooking. All right, now we need a little wine. A little wine to flavor our mushroom mixture. White wine, about a half a cup or so. You can eyeball it. It helps take off all the little bits off the bottom of the pan and really adds a nice kick. I've shredded the chicken that I cooled and cooked, seasoned with salt and pepper. See, look how good that looks. So we've got the chicken. Now we've got mushrooms, onions, and garlic with some thyme and white wine. Perfect. Ooh, I think the linguini are telling me something. They want out. Okay, let's get that all out. And we're gonna toss it. Now, for the great little bechamel sauce. Perfect. It's warm but not hot. We're gonna pour it all over the top. Look at that. Doesn't that make your mouth water? Woo! So now, I'm gonna add some parsley. We'll throw that right on top. And I like to add some peas. They're thawed, and I don't need to even cook them. And the heat will just slowly make them perfect. So there's no need to throw them in any boiling water because you don't want to overcook them or else they get sort of chewy and not good. Okay, so that was about 3/4 of a cup of frozen peas. I'm just gonna pour this whole mixture into my buttered baking pan. Now for the topping. Breadcrumbs. And I'm using Italian-style store-bought breadcrumbs. I'm not making my own. Oh, that's plenty. Breadcrumbs and some fresh grated Parmesan cheese. Parmigiano Reggiano. Because you need a little cheese right on top. And we're gonna mix that together with our hands and just pour it right over the top, just like that. And I like to put a nice layer, you know, be generous with it. So you've got a nice crust on top that's thick. It's not just a really thin crust. If it's too thin, it'll get wet. And we're gonna dot it with a little bit of butter. And the butter helps create that a dark brown crust, you know? That was my favorite part to eat as a kid. I didn't even care so much about the inside of the pasta, I just wanted the crust. Okay, that looks like enough butter. This is gonna go in a 450-degree oven for 25 minutes.